Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Parker. This is Backyard Barn Finds, and today I'm super excited. We're gonna go over my Project Camaro. I do have my rollback guy coming to pick it up here to take it to my buddy's shop in about 10 minutes, but I figured we'd go and take a tour and show you what I've been up to. While my rollback guy's on his way, we'll show you all of the updates and basically what the plan is for this thing going down the road. So, little backstory on this car. I purchased this vehicle when I had about 50,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I want to thank all of you. We have about 163 right now. And I just kind of wanted to give you an update of what we're doing behind the scenes. So this is basically a plain Jane 69 Camaro. And for those that are new, it is a 69 paint code car. So this car was originally Cortez silver. It did have black bucket seats, a black vinyl top, and it had the X11 style trim group on that car. And we're gonna stay true to that while we're building it. First of all, I did not choose to go with an aftermarket setup on this car as far as a subframe goes. And this is the original subframe. We've gone with basically full ride tech suspension front to back. No, we're not sponsored by any of the brands that you see on this car. They're just companies that I like to work with. Basically, we have a Borgeson steering box here to replace everything on the front end for control. The wheels on this car are not the wheels that will be on this car finally. I just had these on another Camaro that I own, and basically they're the only ones that I have that fit around the 14-inch wheelwood disc brakes on the front of this car with the 6-piston calipers on the front end. What is the plan for the rest of this car? Well, we'll get to the engine and the trans combination setup on a later video, but we are gonna put the patina front end back on here, and I'm gonna include the RS front grille, which I think will give it a pretty cool look. Now, I don't want you guys to think that I did all of the metal work on this car by myself. Fortunately, I have a buddy named Richie who lives down the street, and he helped me out with basically all of the metal work that you see here. He put the new floor in, he put the new lower firewall or kick panel in this car. I did the mini tubs on this car myself, and we've also gone ahead and put a new trunk pan in this car, and we also did a new roof skin. This car was a vinyl top car originally, and so it had a few pinholes in the roof. We went ahead and put a new roof skin in, put a little Dynamat on there to kind of deaden it, and then reskinned it with the vinyl top. And I was kind of worried on how that was going to look with the patina, but I think it looks absolutely killer. Now back to the X11 trim group. That's the black that you see underneath here. Of course, we're going to keep that. If we take a walk around the back end of this car, you can see we've gone ahead and blacked out the tail pan here for the Super Sport logo, but what I wanted to show you is underneath. We went with a narrowed Curry 9-inch Ford rear end, and we also went with the Ride Tech cradle setup on the back side. Now, I've never gone with this setup before, so I don't know with that narrowed rear end how low our angle will actually be. So if I have to buy a non-narrowed rear end and get a different offset for a wheel so that I can get lower, then so be it. But right now there's 370 gears underneath there. Of course it's posi, and a lot of people are gonna be like, well, why didn't you do the 12 bolt? Because they're just rated for more horsepower with the Ford 9-inch rear end, and that's just what it is. And if we ever wanna go to 1,000 or something in this car, not that we would, you certainly can. What we'll do is open the trunk here, and it's nothing fancy in the trunk. You know, we didn't even fix the lip here or anything like that. Basically, this whole trunk pan has been replaced. We just went ahead and sprayed some black over top of it, put some seam sealer in there. That way we got it all sealed up. The reason that we're taking it to my buddy's shop is because, one, we're gonna put vintage air in the car, and you can see here that I have a shaved firewall. We put some seam sealer in here, just kind of sprayed over it to kind of save it. It needs to look a little bit nicer for that when someone looks in the engine bay. I just want it to look way better than that. So we have to weld studs on the inside of here. And that's what my buddy Shannon's gonna do, basically install the air conditioning system. What we're also gonna do is we're gonna cut the top off of this transmission tunnel right here, and we're gonna put our engine and transmission in here and make sure that we have the right angle instead of just leaving it original. And we're also going to cut a hole in the original 69 Camaro 4-speed location, so that way it comes up even if I want to put a console in this car down the road. I'd have no plans for a console. This is just a driver's car, just a stick and a steering wheel and 2 bucket seats. But if we ever want to go crazier in the future, we need to make sure we have all that figured out right now. I wanted to take a second and say thank you to you guys watching at home. We wouldn't be able to do anything here on Backyard Barn Finds without your guys' support. And I just want to say, if you're interested in any of these t-shirts that we have on the website, you're more than welcome to pick up one of those for sale. Remember, if you buy more than one, shipping is free. But what we'll do now is get back to the action. This is my rollback driver, Gary. Kind of doesn't like to be on camera, but me and him have been working around for a long time. He's picked up a lot of cars for me. Get a better look underneath of it there and see what it looks like. If you get the Curry rear end with the Ride Tech stuff already welded to it, it makes the back end look a lot cleaner on one of these cars. What we'll do now is we'll go over to my buddy Shannon's place and talk with him about what we're all going to get done to this car. Shannon.
Parker.
What's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot. How you doing today?
Doing good, doing good.
Good.
I seen Gary drop the car off.
Yes, he did.
What do you think?
Man, what a piece. This is it's an amazing looking car from where it started.
Oh yeah, you
where
did see
you
it,
started
yeah.
with this thing. I mean, it's coming together. It's really looking good.
One question I have is, do you think we can get a little bit lower in the rear end on this, Shannon, or what do you think?
I believe so. I believe so.
Okay.
One thing right now, you have the 18-inch wheels on the back here, and I know we had talked about putting 20s, if I'm not mistaken, on the back.
Yep.
So that's going to actually add a little more height here on your rim. So it's going to give you another appearance of feeling that fender well in, the wheel well in, and it's going to give you a little bit lower stance. So, but yes, we still can go down. There's a little bit more adjustment there, and we can tweak everything with the coilovers also.
And for those at home, this is Shannon, and Shannon, you've built Pro Touring Camaros. You've built pretty much everything, right? You've been in magazines. I mean, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and the shop that you have here.
Okay, so I'm a big car enthusiast, and yeah, I've been around cars for quite some time. Local shop here in Chambersburg. I worked for them for several years, and even after leaving that shop, I still went back and did some stuff. But it's inspired me to go out and do this on my own. I have been a part of cars that's been in magazines and Camaro Performance.
Yep.
I can't take all the credit. The company that I worked for, actually, I was a part of that. So
some of the first Pro Touring builds ever built.
Ever built in
I mean, we're
Chambersburg.
talking mid-2000s,
Yes.
way back in the day. And I sold to all of you guys a couple Camaros throughout the years, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Pro Touring's come a long way, and a lot of people are going that direction these days.
For sure. Well, you keep the value. The money that's spent in the car seems to stay in the car when you go that direction.
Absolutely.
Well, why don't we go around again the outside of this car? And basically, I know that we spoke on the phone. You're going to kind of chop up the tunnel here a little bit, put the transmission. I didn't bring the engine and the transmission today.
Okay.
I just brought a bunch of boxes of stuff, and we'll show that on camera down the line.
Okay.
But again, put the vintage air in.
Okay.
We're probably gonna have to weld studs on the firewall for that.
Right.
Don't worry about glass or anything. I got that all taken care of. Why don't we go ahead and go to the truck and see what all I brought?
Let's do it.
Let's just pull it down. Yep. Not everything for it to get complete, but we don't live that far away. So of course we got brake stuff, we got foam, we got our what's in there?
Brake booster, master cylinder,
pedals, pedal assembly, motor mounts, gas tank, dynamat. We got our modern drive line. You ever seen one of these before?
Absolutely.
Where it sets it off to the for the Camaro.
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, what we'll do is get all these inside here, and then we'll see if we can let Shannon get to work. What do you think wheels I should put on this thing, Shannon?
Well, that's a hard question. I mean,
That is a hard, kind of similar style, but like way more modern. Or do you think I should go kind of classic on it? I actually have a set of real vintage mags that would just make it look like it just got pulled out of a barn, but I want people to know that it was like, it has all the money in it.
everybody
You know
knows
what I mean?
wheels will make a vehicle pop.
It's like hair on a woman.
Yeah, exactly. That's well said. Well said. Yeah, that's where your money's at. The wheels, the powertrain. You know, that's what's going to make the car pop, catch everybody's attention.
Are you familiar with the tank?
Yes.
Okay, they're cut in the corners and stuff like that, so it fits under there no problem.
As far as for mini tub, moving everything in.
Yep,
yeah.
mini tubs. Yep.
And then of course, this one's already got the new style.
Well, we installed that. That's already been installed.
That's already
on
been
there.
done.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I've had that for a while. I just, here's part of the vintage air kit. The other part that's at my house, I still have some stuff I got to bring over to you. I'll bring that over with the engine whenever we get that ready to go. I'm going to probably be traveling for the next couple weeks.
Okay.
I guess basically kind of just go through everything we got. And I know me and you have kind of made a list before, but if you just kind of want to see what we have, what we don't have. I know the steering column bracket was on back order, so I had to find one of those. I got one of those coming. But if you just kind of want to go through everything and make a list of what I don't have,
Right.
and then just send that to me and we'll get it bought.
Absolutely.
And then we'll just go ahead and try to get this thing knocked out as fast as possible.
Okay. Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Do you mind if we take a look at your gasser over here?
Let's do it.
This is your baby, right, Shannon?
Well, it's just my toy, I would say. Something I like. It's a car I actually put together. I bought it, I guess September will be 2 years ago. Old four-door 55 Chevy, completely stock. And
It was a four-door.
What's that?
It was a four-door.
Yeah, it's four-door.
okay.
Shaved the handles off of it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, shaved the handles off of it. And it was just on my bucket list. I've always wanted a gasser. And so I said, how about we build one? So,
Straight axle front end?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Changed the front suspension, changed the rear. It's got a 488, narrowed down. Did that here. Actually built the exhaust for it. Fender well done headers. Pretty much the exterior of it is stock. It's the original, the look, the patina. So, and that's what everybody wants, and that's what I wanted. So.
Did you have to airbrush or cover up any patina or anything
I
like
did
that?
actually on the front.
Can you show me?
Yes.
Because I want to ask about that too.
Right up in here, 55 Chevys are known for rotting out on the front fenders.
Yep.
So someone had actually did some body work there, and it was actually just Bondo. So I went ahead, and if you look on this in here, you can still see some of the cracks and the holes.
Yep.
But again, on a car like this here, we don't care. The uglier, the better.
Let's go back and take a look at the tail pan of this Camaro over here.
Okay.
And I've seen a patina build where they just have airbrushed the whole car. It doesn't look that cool.
Correct.
You can tell it's fake.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We had to do extensive metal repair in here. Do you think we'd be able to kind of blend that in? I know probably not you, but in your professional opinion,
absolutely. Absolutely. That can be all blended in there. Yeah, definitely.
make it look all like it was never there or anything like that. All right, well, cool. Well, guys, what we'll do is we'll let Shannon get to work. We'll come back probably. When do you want us to come back, Shannon? What month or something? Or what
Give me a couple weeks here.
Couple weeks?
Give me a couple weeks, and we'll probably have a good bit done on it. And I think you'll be surprised when you see it next time.
Cool. I appreciate it, Shannon.
Sure thing. Thanks,
Thank you.
Parker.
Yep. If you guys found value in this video, again, give us a like or a subscribe to the channel. Again, my name is Parker with Backyard Barn Finds, and have a great day.